What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Multiverse of Movies YouTube channel. My name is Isaac, and I'm your host for today. Welcome, everyone, on the live stream. I'm hoping everything's good. We are in a different room, so connection should be better. Typically, my own bedroom where I like to film all my videos. I don't, typically there the internet connection is terrible. I see a lot of people in the chat. Alex Lopez, what's up, man? Geek Studios, what's up? You're in the live chat. Tyran, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. I'm going to get into the comments, but before we start off today's video, I do want to emphasize that this is a spoiler discussion. We are going to be going into full-on spoilers, into full-on details of Spider-Man No Way Home. And I do want to apologize that I'm late. If you guys keep up with me on Twitter, by the way, I have a Twitter. It is at Isaac the Film Geek. You can go ahead and find me. Let's see if I can find it. My Instagram and Twitter right there at Isaac the Film Geek. If you want to go find me, it's there. Over there, I've been keeping y'all up. I've not been able to do this live stream. I've been wanting to do this open live spoiler discussion for quite some time, but I've just not had the time because I was actually in a car crash, which I probably could talk about later, but I put some updates on my Twitter. Not only that, but the holiday season was here. Let me actually put the camera a little up. I don't like having part of my hair not show up on camera. I like my hair. I've been growing it out. Ignore what I just said. But anyways, so what has happened is, holiday seasons have come up. Then I had a car crash. I'll actually talk about that later if y'all want. But there's a lot of things coming up, and I've barely been able to make videos. Like, I was able to do a Matrix Resurrections review, a Spider-Man No Way Home non-spoiler discussion, but now I am doing a full-on spoiler discussion. So again, I do want to emphasize the fact that this is a full-on spoiler discussion. Let me put up the image once again. Again, spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers will be shown here on the channel. And also, I want to thank my mod, Geek Studios, by the way. I want to thank him right now. He has my Twitter up on the screen. Thank you, Geek Studios. And he also has a YouTube channel. So if you want to go support his content, you go ahead and subscribe to him. His channel is Geek Studios. It's pretty easy to find. He can put a link on his channel if he wants because he is one of the mods. But yeah, there's my Twitter. You can go check. I've been posting a lot on my Twitter recently, but I might be inviting some people later on today. So first of all, by the way, what's up, Tony Robinson? Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome, Tony. He's always supporting. I always see Tony in everyone's streams. Like, I'll see him in like MSK stream, SSJK dot streams. I see him in a lot of streams, so it's always great to have him here on the chat. But let me first lay out what we're going to do, how we're going to start off, and then how we're going to continue with the stream. So I'm going to start off stating my spoiler review. Now, if you want to go check out a non-spoiler review, the non-spoiler review is up on the channel. You can find it. It's one of my recent videos. I know it's taken me a long time, but by the way, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to everyone here in the multiverse of movies. I hope you guys are having a great New Year's. By the way, stay safe, stay smart, don't drink and drive. If you are planning on drinking, please have someone prepared. Have somebody who you know very well will be sober when you're driving. Please have a backup. Have a backup, please. And I really ask you. But I'm going to be spending my New Year's talking about Spider-Man No Way Home and also Andrew Casale. I'm actually happy Andrew Casale is here because we know he's a big Tobey Mcguire fan. And, I'm going to start spoiling right now. I've warned everyone. We've had 5 minutes, but I'm going to spoil right now, No Way Home. Tobey Mcguire and Andrew Garfield are in the film. I'm saying that straight up, but I'm going to read some comments in a bit, but I do want to lay out how we're going to start. So first I'm going to read some of the comments. Then by the way, what's up, Lit Alex? What's up, Lit Alex? But anyways, I'll respond to your comment in a bit, but we're going to start off the stream. First, I'm going to read some comments and then done. And then I'm going to get into my full spoiler thoughts on the film, Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, my God. I just heard a firework. I'm not sure if you guys were able to hear it caught on mic, but it was so loud that it sounded like someone just slammed a door, like a slam, because there's like this exit door back there. I know you guys can see it because it's past the wall, but there's like this door that closes in my house that like closes so hard that it makes like a loud noise to the rest of the house. But anyways, so what we're going to do is first I'm going to get my thoughts, and then for the rest of the stream, we are going to be getting everyone's thoughts. And also I'm probably going to be inviting some people later on in the stream. But anyways, first let me get some comments in. Tyran says, I saw it for a second time and absolutely loved it even more. I've seen it 3 times yet. I loved Spider-Man No Way Home. Is it a top 5 MCU movie. No, I will admit that right now. I don't think it is. I don't even think it's the second best MCU movie. I think Shang-Chi and Eternals. By the way, I do have a ranking of my top 10 best MCU films, or not MCU films, top 10 movies in general of all 2021. Yeah, it's on my channel. I did mention Spider-Man No Way Home in that video, so yeah. Tyron, I saw it for a second time and absolutely loved it more. Glad you loved it. Geek Studio says, "Hi, Isaac. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too, man. Thank you for being here." By the way, I want to thank everyone who's here for New Year's. I'm actually surprised how many people we have in New Year's. Like I would be expecting everyone to just be with their families. Also, I have a voting poll. 7 votes say that you guys did like the movie, so that's great. I'm glad you guys loved it. I loved it too. Hi, Tyran. Hello, everybody. Hope you're okay. Thank you, man, for looking out for me. Tony, once again, what's up, man? Just subbed. Oh, hey, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex Lopez, for subscribing to the channel. I'm hoping you enjoy the content here in the multiverse of movies. And just to kind of quickly mention, my channel is basically just me talking movies, for the fun of it. I try to do live streams occasionally, so I hope you enjoy your stay here on the channel. Next comment. Oh, and Geeks also put his YouTube channel on the stream, so y'all can go ahead and subscribe, thumbs up, and share the stream. Show Isaac some love. Thank you, Tony, man. By the way, hold up. Sorry, I was looking at something else. But anyways, thanks, Isaac. Happy New Year's, dude. Happy New Year's to you. When Tobey Mcguire came out of the portal, I cried, and he still has that same Peter Parker charm. Yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to tell you guys how I reacted to Tobey. I want to mention it when I go on full context, like what I like, what I didn't like about the film. I'm about to tell you guys how I reacted. I had a crazy reaction. Also, my hoodie, Spider-Man No Way Home. I also got a Funko Pop back there that I'm pretty sure you guys can't see, but it's the black and gold suit that he wears in the suit, which is just the inside out suit. But yeah, I love Spider-Man No Way Home. I just pre-ordered 4K Steelbook. That is awesome. I almost did yesterday, but I typically don't get 4Ks. I usually get Blu-rays. So I'm gonna wait for I saw the Blu-ray cover, and I'll admit I don't like the Blu-ray cover, so I'm gonna look for another cover because I love physical media. Physical media is cool. It's already 2022 where I live. Yep, exact. No, I'm joking. Right now it is 8:30 p.m. in my time zone. I'm not sure how many of you guys are, in fact, so far. Also, what's up, Submarine? And what's up, man? Happy New Year, buddy, and all viewers. What's up, Sub? Thank you for being here on New Year's. Man, we're gonna have a fun New Year's. We have a lot of people on stream already. We're gonna have a fun New Year's by just talking Spider-Man No Way Home, man. I cannot wait for that. So happy we got Charlie Cox back. I cannot wait to get into that. Actually, 2023. All right. I did not think Tobey Maguire would come back. I'm happy he did. That's, man, I'll tell you guys in a bit, but I want to read the rest of the comments real quick. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that Andrew Garfield's performance as Peter Parker and Spider-Man easily makes the Mark Webb films better. Look, I'm so glad Andrew Garfield's getting the love. Look, Andrew Garfield to me is not the best Spider-Man. To me, Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire to me is the best. He to me, he portrayed Peter Parker and Spider-Man better than any other actor has. But Andrew Garfield, I loved his Amazing Spider-Man movie. And I think the second Amazing Spider-Man movie, I used to hate that movie, but when I rewatched it recently for my Spidey-thon, I actually came to enjoy it way more. I don't love it either. I don't like it either, but I enjoyed it way more than I did back then. And then when I watched No Way Home, I'm like, finally people are loving Andrew Garfield again. I love Andrew Garfield, which I already checked out Tick Tick Boom, but it took me a long time to check out Tick Tick Boom, and he was great in that. But yeah, Happy New Year, Andrew. To Tobey Maguire, I loved how he's much older, mature Peter Parker, and I love that. I love how he was that. He was kind of like he was like the teacher. He's like the experienced one, and especially that ending with Green Goblin, which I'm about to get into. Smash the like button. Thank you, Geek Studios. I also pre-ordered No Way Home Steelbook from Best Buy. That is awesome. Happy New Year, buddy, and all viewers. Happy New Year to Sev. 9:30 p.m. from me. Oh, he's closer. Get the Blu-ray from Target. I probably should get it from Target because I only checked on Best Buy, and today I probably should check out more, from other stores. But yeah, just imagine the Toby and Andrew Funko Pops coming soon. I need to get those, man. I'm a big Funko Pop guy. I love Funko Pops. I'm not sure if you guys have seen my collection, but I love Funko Pops. But Andrew Garfield redeemed himself. I was happy he has a second chance. Yeah, me too. Toby was still the king. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, now that I've caught up with the comments, I wanna briefly mention something real quick that we are doing on the channel. I'm just gonna quickly mention it, but we have started a membership program. It is only 99 cents a month. You can join now. Down in the You go down in the channel and there's a button that says join. You'll see it right there. And there you can join if you would like. And I'm going to tell you guys what basically it is. Sorry. So what the membership program is, it's only 99 cents a month. And what it essentially is you become an associate producer of the channel. Now, I'll shout out anyone who's a associate producer. Like I'll go at the end of my videos and at the beginning of my streams, and every one of them I'll shout out. Like I'll mention their names. I'll be like, hey, thank you to, like I did it in one of my recent videos. I have one member so far because I've not been promoting it a lot. But the membership program is essentially that, where at the end I thank you. I call you an associate producer. I'm gonna read this long list every video. Yes, every single one of my videos, whether it's a trailer reaction, whether it's movie news, whether it's a movie review, whether it's a stream like this, which I am going to read them at later. I still want to get into comments. I don't even know if people have joined recently, because the last time I checked was last week, and that was one of my friends. He actually became a member because he saw it down on the channel. But there's a membership program. You can join today. It's only 99 cents a month. All right, sorry about that. Dude, one thing I hate about hearing fireworks is I'm very paranoid a lot. And sometimes I assume they're like gunshots or someone's like coming in the house because it sounds like a door slamming. But I'm going to ignore that. But yeah, if you would like to join, it's only 99 cents a month and it helps support the channel. And again, you'll get a shout out at every one of my videos and you're considered an associate producer here on the channel. Let me read some comments and then we'll get into I'll get into my thoughts. I love how No Way Home just proved that Tobey Mcguire is still the best Spider-Man. He outsmarted Andrew Garfield by shooting his web shooter, and he stopped Tom when he was trying to kill Goblin. Look, I didn't even need any proof. I'll admit that I didn't need any proof. Tobey Mcguire to me is my favorite Spider-Man. To me, he's portrayed Peter Parker and Spider-Man better. And even in this movie, I'll admit Tom Holland does take it. But then again, that's because he is the star of the movie. He's the main character. So it obviously makes sense if that happens. I'll get into the rest. Also, the voting polls, 8 votes. All of you guys have loved Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm sorry, but Andrew took the show over Toby, and I'm a Toby fan. Yeah. I'll admit, Andrew really looked like he was working his ass off in this film. And I loved him, but I'll say in a bit. But Isaac, what's up, Raya? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Raya. And also, she's also doing streaming. So if you like gaming streaming, what was the game she plays? It was a Pokemon game. It was a Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch. If you like that kind of content, go and support her. But yeah, disagree, buddy. I don't know who he's disagreeing with. Raya, what's up, Raya? I'm not an Andrew fan, so he did not take the spotlight. To me, they all were great in what they did. Also, oh my God, we got a new member. What? Thank you, Raya, for joining the multiversal family, which is what we're calling the associate producer kind of thing. Thank you, Raya, for becoming a member. You'll be getting a shout out in every one of my videos from now on. So thank you, Raya, for supporting the channel. And again, if you would like to join, you can join now, become a member today for only 99 cents a month. But anyways, thank you, Raya, so much for that, man. That means a lot. The star of the movie was Willem Dafoe for me. He was the best villain to me. To me, he was the best villain. To me, he was the best villain of the film. To me, especially the line, strong enough to have it all, too weak to take it. I love that line. I love that line. Or what was the other one? Peter, you're struggling and everything you want while the world tries to make you choose. I love he had so many lines, but my favorite one was the strong enough to have it all, too weak to take it. That to me was the best line. And also you can join the membership program. Link is in the chat. Thank you, Rayo, so much for putting that in the chat. Thank you for that. Isaac needs some custom image. I do need to start working on that because I believe I put one image and it was a Bully Mcguire one. I don't know how that works. I still need to figure out this whole membership stuff, but I'm going to be putting custom emojis. You guys just let me know what you would like, whether it's an image of more Bully Mcguire. I don't know, an Optimus Prime one. I don't know what you guys want. You guys always let me know in the comment sections, wherever you want to let me know. But yeah. Green Goblin in this film is so much scarier than he has ever been. He was a scary villain. I loved him in this. That Avengers reference in No Way Home was funniest of all. Oh yeah, Avengers, great. What is that? You don't know what are you in a band? You're in a band? Is like Avengers, Earth's Mightiest. How is this helping? I love that, man. Also, MSK, what's up, MSK? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you here. And y'all go subscribe to him too, man. He's great. Go support him. He makes great content. We have 9 votes so far. 100% of you guys really loved this movie, so that's always great to see. Hey Rhea, sub MSK. Next comment, porn. I probably shouldn't say it out loud because I know YouTube's very sensitive and I don't want to get demonetized. I don't know, but I'm trying to stay safe. So I almost said it. But anyways, let me get into my thoughts in spoiler details. So if you've seen my other review, you have a understanding of the movie, what I liked, what I didn't like. But I'm going to get into it more into full spoilers. Also, BK Dan. What's up, BK Dan? Why is this comment not popping up? Wait, why is it not? It's on my phone because my phone's back there and I can see like the chat. There we go. Hello, Isaac. Liked it overall. Welcome, BK Dan. Thank you for being on today's stream on New Year's Eve. I can't believe we're talking Spider-Man on New Year's Eve. Let me actually change something right now. But yeah, pin the you if anyone wants to be a member, it's in the chat right now. So if you want to become a member for 99 cents a month, sorry if I'm mentioning it a lot. I just want to kind of get the word out there. But yeah, there we go. But anyways, let me get into my thoughts on the film. Now, first of all, I love the Spider-Man No Way Home. A lot of fan service. I love everything they did. My favorite villain was Green Goblin. To me, Green Goblin is my second favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe villain. My first one is still Wenwu from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings because I love Wenwu. And I don't think Green Goblin, to me, they're two different kinds of villains. Green Goblin is definitely the scariest MCU villain. I loved his portrayal, seeing Willem Dafoe come back and role nearly 18 years later. To me, that was great. And I love this film. I love the story of this Peter Parker whose identity is out there, and now he needs Doctor Strange to fix it, but then everything messes up, and now the multiverse is here. And I love how Aunt May is like that Uncle Ben figure for him. I love how Aunt May's death in this film was one of the best scenes I've seen in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. To me, Aunt May's death, with great power must also come great responsibility. We finally got to see that. Seeing, Tom Holland's performance as Peter Parker once again is great. To me, where do I rank this film in the MCU? I don't know if I would put it in my top 10 because as much as I love this movie, to me, it's not as good as a movie like Iron Man 3, Thor Ragnarok, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I don't even think it's as good as Spider-Man Homecoming. I love Spider-Man Homecoming that much, but if we're talking performance-wise, Tom Holland, to me, this is his best performance as Peter Parker. I think, even though I love Homecoming more, I do think he plays his role better in this one because I do think he has more things to do, like the crying scenes. Every crying scene mattered. I love the stakes this movie had. I love how Peter doesn't resort to wanting to kill them. I love how, the most Peter Parker thing to do is wanting to fix a villain rather than actually kill them. He's not like the Punisher. He doesn't want to kill. He just wants to help. And I love how Peter's reaction. I mean, at first he is like, we got to send them back because an adult figure, because something people always forget is that Tom Holland's Peter Parker is still a teenager. And when you're a teenager, you make stupid decisions. I can say that very, very well because I was a teenager literally like 3 years ago. So I can relate a little bit to Peter Parker as a teenager because we do stupid things at that age. And to, an adult figure most of the time tends to feel like a superior a lot of the times. So I like how this movie played off that, how it played that Doctor Strange. He's listening to Doctor Strange, but when he hears Aunt May, he's like, all right, we got to help them. I love how Green Goblin, when he first starts off, when he first comes into the film, he's not like this, ha ha ha, I'm villain. No, at first you see Norman Osborn. You see this compelling guy who's out of his timeline, and he's like, where's Oscorp? Where's my son? Where is everybody? I'm looking for Peter Parker. You're not Peter Parker. And I also love Doc Ock in this film. Alfred Molina came back. Ooh, he was my favorite villain in the Mcguire movies. And to see him come back, he was sympathetic. There's a scene at the very end, you know, Peter, my boy, look how big you look, you're all grown up, or something like that. How are you? I love that scene. To me, I actually almost teared up in that scene. The Ame scene nearly made me tear up. A lot of things in this film made me tear up. I'm about to get into Toby and Andrew, but first I also want to get into the negatives. Now, the first 10 minutes of this movie, I did not like. I didn't like how they turned this whole identity crisis into like a silly gimmick. I didn't like that. I'll admit, I felt like the whole identity reveal thing didn't feel as serious or as high stakes as I thought it'd be. But you know, the first 10 minutes come in, and then after that, boom, the rest of the movie comes in. I love what they did. Now, a lot, like, I was actually frustrated when Doctor Strange lost to Spider-Man. I was a little annoyed at that, and I'm like, oh, okay, plot convenience. I guess Peter used. I'll admit that line of, you know, what's better than magic? Math. I didn't like that. I'll admit I was cringing. I literally cringed. But the first 10 minutes of the movie did worry me, because I tend to be like that. To me, the beginning of a movie is one of the most important parts of a film, because that's the hook. That's the setting up everything in order to get the audience on board. And Spider-Man No Way Home, to me, started off in that kind of silly way. And to me, it started off in a way, it felt like everything I didn't like, because as much as I love Homecoming, I'm not a fan of Far From Home. I could not rewatch it when I did my Spidey-thon. And to me, when I saw the beginning of this movie, I'm like, oh no, Far From Home, please, no. But until the bridge fight, I think when the bridge fight happened, that's when I was starting to get invested, intrigued. Jamie Foxx is Electro. I actually don't hate his portrayal in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but to see him come back, I think he was better. I love Jamie Foxx. The dude has so much charisma. To me, the dude knows how to act, and to see him come back as Maximilian, or as we know him as Electro, love that. His suit looks better. I didn't like the blue CGI thing, that like he looked like a bald Smurf. Although I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Smurfs are bald. They just wear that big hat that covers almost everything, or except Smurfette. That's probably the only Smurf that's not bald. I don't know. I'm not a big Smurf fan. I was when I was a kid, but not now. But the rest, what was why did I even bring up Smurfs? I don't even. Oh, Electro. Sandman and Lizard didn't really do much. They were more kind of like these side villains, but I did like seeing them come back. I will admit, I didn't like how they treated Lizard a little jokingly. I didn't like how, because Lizard's story arc in the Amazing Spider-Man was, you know, he's this guy who lost his arm and he wants that back. And, you know, it is, you know, I don't like how they were quickly like, oh, he just wanted to turn people into lizards. But the first 10 to 15 minutes, they were slow, lackluster, but the rest of the movie made up for it. Now, the ending does have some logic holes, you know, Doctor Strange. But now let me get into Toby and Andrew. Now, I remember my theater, so I was already I didn't cry, but I was in that, you know, when your eyes, you're like blinking a lot because you feel like you're about to cry, and you kind of are telling yourself, no, do not cry. I was kind of in that mood until Ned and MJ show up, and he's like, Peter Parker, and I see the portal. I'm like, dude, they're coming in. They're coming, Andrew and Toby. And my friends wouldn't believe me that Toby and Andrew were coming. And I tell them, or not I tell them, but you see the portal, and then you see Andrew Garfield. And I know some people believe that was still Hollins. I'm like, no, that's Garfield. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. And then he comes in. I'm like, yes. My theater, you could hear cheers. You could hear excitement. And I remember when he took off the mask, I literally was, oh my God, they're coming in. They're coming in. Toby's coming in. I'm like, in about 2 minutes, Tobey Mcguire is coming in. He's coming in. I know he is. He's coming. And then you see the other portal, and you have Ned trying to get the other portal. And then you see MJ's face, and you're there like, that's Toby. I'm literally in my mind, I'm literally like, dude, this is the moment I've been waiting for an entire year. You know, I'm just there, oh my God. And I'm literally freaking out in my mind. I'm like, dude, this is the moment I've been waiting for an entire year, because I don't know if I've said this on the channel. I probably have multiple times, but Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is literally my childhood hero. I have a lot of images of me as a kid where I would wear his Spider-Man suit. I would often wear this shirt that had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I remember my parents would nonstop play the Spider-Man films. Spider-Man 2 is still one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It is the movie I get most nostalgic for. It is the movie I probably rewatch the most. And then there you see the portal, and you see Tobey Maguire, and at that moment, I'm the first one in the entire theater to react. I'm literally like, that's my boy. And I'm literally like that. I'm really freaking out. I'm literally going crazy. And everyone in the theater starts clapping and cheering. It literally brought like a little tear. It was a little tear. And I'm like, that is my childhood hero right there. And I loved how I love Andrew's entrance. I love what he said. I love how he's like, I got the Peter Tinkle, just not for bread. And then Toby's like, oh, I came from this book. Oh, and it kind of disappeared. I know a lot of people didn't like where they came because everyone was expecting them to be with Holland, like and like all team up like just quickly like that. I love how they first did it, where both of them meet, and then later on they meet Tom Holland, and I love that. I remember I was tearing up. I'm like, that is my child. Well, one of the things I first noticed is Tobey Maguire significantly skinnier than when he was Spider-Man, but that makes sense. I mean, the dude has practically retired from act. Well, he hasn't, but he's kind of like not acting anymore. He's kind of just stopped. And I remember I felt like a child for like a couple of minutes. I literally for a couple of minutes, I felt like I was back in my home putting on Spider-Man 2 on the little old DVD player we once had. And I remember it felt like I was rewatching Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man again when I saw that. And I love how he's like, hey, wait, he's not your friend. And I love how he outsmarts Andrew Garfield by shooting his arm. And then the best scene in any Marvel Cinematic Universe movie ever, it was the scene that probably made me tear up the most. And that was when the three Spider-Men show up. And I wasn't tearing up because of that. I was tearing up because of what they said. How Tom was like, that's your problem, man. Like you could see he's broken. He's damaged. He's not in the right mindset. And I love how Toby and Andrew completely understand that because they know part of being Spider-Man is the risk, the fear of death, And I love how he's like, for great power. And then you have Toby, and I literally nearly teared up. He says, it comes great responsibility. That's what my Uncle Ben. That's what my Uncle Ben said. And then they start kind of reminiscing about the care of the people they lost. Toby, the reason why he became Spider-Man was because of the death of his Uncle Ben. And then when you turn to Andrew, when Andrew starts crying, he's like, I lost my Gwen. And I remember I was like, oh, man. For a while, I thought he was going to say my Uncle Ben. I also lost my Uncle Ben. But it does make more sense that he says Gwen because Gwen Stacy's death impacted him much more. And so he's, you see him tear up and, they're all reminiscing. They're like, this is a tough job of being Spider-Man. You're going to lose sometimes. You're not always going to be able to do the job properly. Sometimes you're going to lose people. And, that's part of, this whole story of Spider-Man is great power comes great responsibility. Then the rest of the story, you have these fun little quips. I love when Toby shot his natural web shooter. I think it's because Tolland kind of has one of his web fluid, and Toby's like, "What is that?" It's like, "Oh, it's for my web shooters." And it's like, "Why?" And then you see his natural web shooter. It's like, whoa, how would you do that? Wait, you guys can't do that. No. I love how Holland's voice says, no, like obviously not. And I love how they're freaking out because natural web shooters to them is a weird thing. And they're like, where else does it come out of? And obviously we know what they mean. But and then the final battle, they come together. And I love how they're like talking amongst themselves, kind of reminiscing of the past. You have Toby saying, I once fought an alien with black goo. And then Andrew's like, oh, I'm lame. I fought a Russian guy in a rhino suit. I love that. And then I love how they were talking. Tom's like, oh, I fought an alien in space. And I love how Toby's like, I'm more interested in the fact that you fought an alien in space. And I love that. I love everything they did with this. Then the final battle, at first they struggle because Spider-Man's never, or at least Andrew and Toby's, they've never worked with any. Although Toby did work with Harry Osborn for a little bit, but they've never really been teamed. It's always been their solo thing, and so they eventually worked together. They eventually figured. And I love how Tom's like, I don't mean to brag, but I was in the Avengers, and Toby's like, Avengers, great. What is that? And then Tom's like, wait, you don't know the Avengers? Are you in a band? Are you in a band? And I love how they never get the answer of what the heck the Avengers are because Tom says they're Earth's mightiest. And then after that, Toby's like, what? How is this helping? And I love seeing that. Man, I love this movie. I've seen it 3 times in theaters. I might watch it a third time in theater. Also, I forgot to mention because BK Dan actually really, by the way, I'm about to read everyone else's comments. Sorry if it's because I want to get my reaction. And after that, we can get y'all's reactions. But I forgot to mention it. Matt Murdock, when he shows up, I remember that was the first kind of like, everyone didn't cheer as much as they did with Toby and Andrew, but they were kind of like, whoa, you heard whoas. And I love how he grabs the brick. Or let me actually put my arm in front. He grabs the brick, and they're like, "How'd you do that?" I'm a really good lawyer. I'm surprised Tom's like, "Yeah, but I'm sure lawyers don't train to catch bricks like that. You're a superhero, aren't you?" They don't show. I will say, I am sad they didn't show a court scene. Like, we don't even get to see how the heck they were able to show that the video was fake. We never get to see that. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm a really good lawyer. Then after that, it's like, oh, you got to struggle with the court of the public opinion, and that's it. I will say, I love how this movie took away the Stark Tech. I don't like the Iron Boy Jr. label, and I'm glad that this movie at the end was like, hey, this ain't Iron Boy Jr. anymore. This is freaking Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man, man. And I love how nobody knows him at the end. And that ending was a little depressing, seeing them leave. He has to, and like, imagine how heartbreaking it is that the love of your life and your best friend won't remember you anymore. And I love how at the end he chooses, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna, because the plan was, hey, I'm gonna tell them I'm Spider-Man and hope that we can be friends again, and hope that everything goes back to normal, at least with them. And I love how he was like, hey, you know what? No, being Spider-Man is too dangerous. I think the best decision is I don't tell them, because I believe in that moment he remembered, without having the movie tell us, I believe in that moment he remembered, with great power must also come great responsibility. And I love that in the movie. I love what they did with it. I love how he's, mourning Aunt May, and I love how Aunt May has become the Uncle Ben figure, because I don't think Uncle Ben has to be in a Spider-Man film. To me, Uncle Ben doesn't have to be in a Spider-Man film. You can use somebody else, like Aunt May. Now, this does bring up a question. Was there ever an Uncle Ben in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm going to assume, this is my assumption, I believe Uncle Ben died probably prior to Peter ever being adopted by Aunt May. So she's been a single mom. I don't think we're ever going to get the answers to what happens to Tom Holland's version of his parents, because we do know for sure that his parent, he didn't get raised by his parents. He was raised by Aunt May. Aunt May is his legal guardian, but not his actual physical mother. And I'm going to assume that Uncle Ben just passed away prior to, Peter being either really, really, really young, to the point where it just, to him, because, I know some people don't like hearing this, but a lot of times when a really, really young kid, whether you're 5 or maybe 4 or maybe 3, around the time when you lose like a loved one, it doesn't hit you. And for the rest of your life, you probably don't feel that way. Like, for example, a good example I can use is, I had a great grandma pass away when I was around 3 or 4, and I don't really feel anything for her, but I do know people in my family do, because they obviously lived to see her, and I cannot remember anything about her. But it might be like that, and I'm fine with that, because it's the multiverse. Just have different stories, have different different versions do their own different things, and I love that. Also, sorry if I damaged y'all's ears when I started yelling for Toby. I'm sorry about that. I realized that I'm clapping, and the microphone's literally right down here, right here, like, yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna start reading comments. Because I already did my full reaction. But is this the best Spider-Man film? No, I still think Spider-Man 2, Into the Spider-Verse, the original Spider-Man 2002, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, I think they're all better films. But it is a movie I love. It's a movie I enjoy. It's a movie that did so much for me. I love this movie, and I hope you guys really loved it. Let me actually check the poll first. Let me check the poll first. How many of you? 11 votes. Ooh, that's a lot of votes. And 100% of you guys loved Spider-Man No Way Home. And I'm glad you guys loved it. But yeah. What was a comment? Also, I love that final scene where Peter's about to kill Goblin, and then you have Toby like look at him directly in the eyes. He's like, don't do this. I know what it's like. Please don't do this. And he's like cold, and you hear like Tom Holland struggling, like it sounds like he's about to take a crap. And sorry if I said that, but I love how Toby kind of looks at him like, no, this isn't gonna save anyone. This isn't gonna fix anything. Please don't do what I did, please. And I love how Toby and Andrew were kind of like, hey, we're not perfect either. We've made our mistakes and we want to help you. Also, I realized that my audio is on that. I didn't realize that. But yeah. Hello, Isaac. Oh, I already read that one. It was you and spoiler discussion of fireworks. Oh man, that's awesome. So for me, it's 8 p.m. I'm not gonna shoot fireworks because I'm actually home alone for New Year's, but I'm probably when it's midnight, I'm probably gonna go outside because people shoot fireworks here around my neighborhood. Although my neighborhood's not loud, but people still shoot fireworks either ways. But loved Goblin, the duality. Yeah, man, me too, man. Me too. Uh, Green Goblin was the best villain in this movie, and I love the lines he says, especially the line. I know I already said it twice, but it's Peter, Peter. I mean, not that one. Which one I'm thinking? What was it? Strong enough to have it all. Too weak to take the fight with Tom Holland and Green Goblin. Dude, that fight was freaking awesome, man. That fight was awesome. I love how they were grabbing each other, pushing, and Tom looked like he was struggling. He looked like, oh, like it's like, and I love how seeing he's like punching Goblin, and Goblin is just like ha 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 ha. He's like laughing, like that doesn't mean nothing to me, bro. I already fought another Spider-Man. But yeah, love that. Funniest line in my opinion. My grandma wants to know if you can get that cobweb. Oh yeah, I love the Filipino grandma, man. I love how she was so nice. I love how Toby's like, hi, like because Toby Spider-Man was a very nice guy, and he was always kind, and I love that. And also, I love the line where he tells Andrew Garfield, "Is like, you're you're amazing, you're amazing, you're an amazing Spider-Man." And I love that, man. But yeah, but I did love the whole grandma scene, Ned. I know some people thought it was too gimmicky. I liked it. I liked it. I like the grandma. I hope they don't turn Ned into future into villain in future Spidey movies. I actually think that he will. I think he's gonna become Hobgoblin. I feel like this movie kept hitting you on the nose that eventually he'll become a villain. And I also love that scene. It's like, Peter, I promise you, I won't become a villain or something like that. Or I forgot what he said, but he said something like, "I won't try to kill you" or something like that. I love how Toby and Andrew are both like kind of looking at him, and Andrew's kind of like he just pats him on the shoulder. I love that, man. But yeah, you're right. It was gimmicky in the beginning. Yeah, the very beginning, the first 10 to 15 minutes, I felt like they were rushing to things too much. I felt like we weren't getting enough because this is the first movie that has Spider-Man's identity public information. Like everyone knows he's Peter Parker, and they kind of just turn it into haha funny. Flash wants to be friends, haha. Someone threw a brick in his window, haha. It was that. Also, Happy Hogan was nerfed in this movie. Happy Hogan is typically a serious guy who is very known in Stark Tech, but in this movie he's just I have an apartment because Aunt May is hot. That's it. That's all Happy does. I do love how Happy at the end, he's sad. Aunt May passes away. Um, Although I will say, when he said, because he asked Peter, he's like, how did you know her? And he says, through Spider-Man. And Happy says, me too. I'm thinking to myself, wait, how do you know him through Spider-Man? Like, did you just find out that Aunt May was friends with Spider-Man? And what? I also think it's crazy because they had an apartment. Are they not going to wonder why there was another bedroom with a bed? And it's like, I will say that was, I'm like, wait, so what? Does this mean his social security is wiped out? Does that mean the government doesn't have any information about him? What? Uh, I don't know. I don't. I mean, they do show that he has to take his GED because I guess high schools don't have records of him anymore, and he does want to get into college, so he has to get into he has to do his GED, but trying to figure out a way. I do wonder what they're going to do. In fact, I guess Peter can now change his name if he wants to. I guess he can call himself Pedro Parker now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answers to those questions. But it is weird, that ending, because as great as the ending is, it does leave plot holes. And the main plot hole is, weren't they going to see his bed? Weren't they going to be like, oh, Aunt May lived with somebody else? What? And like, I understand why Ned and MJ wouldn't remember him. But still, it leaves a couple of things. Does this mean all his, like, when people like because obviously Peter Parker was on social media. When something like this happens, it's always going to put information. If someone made a like let's say I made a YouTube video about, oh my God, Spider-Man's identity is Peter Parker. He's just this teenager. It's like, would that video just be erased? Would every reference to that just be erased? Like what? I don't know, man. But yeah. Except Smurf and Papa. Oh wait, this was about the Smurfs. Our Smurfs bald. I know Papa had a beard. I don't remember if he had hair, but then again, they have hats, so it's kind of hard to know. I'm pretty sure they're all bald though, and Smurfette obviously does have long blonde hair. First 15 movies of the movie, first 15 minutes of the movie felt like rushed storytelling. Yeah, they did feel rushed. I told you there'd be consequences. Yeah, I do love that, man. I love how this movie did feel like stakes. There was because you felt fear, especially when Goblin was on screen. By the way, Gatorade tastes so good. Gatorade tastes so good, man. I mean, Gatorade's got to sponsor me now. I just promoted them. Right now. I'm feeling thirsty because I've gone 40 minutes straight talking. But yeah, Gatorade sponsor me because I just gave you a promotion. By the way, I'm not actually sponsored by them, so don't go buy their products unless you want to. But Gatorade tastes good. I love Gatorade. My theater too. I'm gonna assume you mean the crazy reactions. Yeah. Funny. Oh yeah, I already read that. Such a great movie. Yeah, I love this movie. I loved it. Yeah, the great power line is from Stanley. Yeah. Man, I really wish Stanley could have made a cameo. I really wish Stanley could have gotten to see Spider-Man No Way Home. He's a legend, man. I'm just glad that he was able to go see. I'm happy he was able to live long enough to see what Marvel eventually became. And it is sad not to see him on cameos anyway. I miss seeing Stanley in these movies. Far From Home, he didn't get to make and Homecoming, he did. I love how he was in one of the apartments, but yeah, it is sad not to see Stanley be able to see this. He wasn't able to see Endgame either. I mean, at least he got to make a cameo in that. That's a great thing. But yeah, what's the next one? No Uncle Ben in MCU. OG cartoon, yes. OG cartoon. Do you mean like the classic Spider-Man cartoons, or do you mean like, because there is gonna be a new Spider-Man cartoon, which is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it's called Spider-Man Freshman Year. I do wonder if that one's gonna mention Uncle Ben. Because if, let's say in that cartoon we see the average Spider-Man story, Uncle Ben dies, it motivates him to become Spider-Man, he learns great power comes responsibility. I do wonder if in freshman year they're going to have that, because if they do have that, then why isn't he mentioned within the trilogy? That would seem weird. But yeah, Uncle Ben could return in Spider-Man Freshman Year series. I'm going to assume he probably would. But I just do wonder how they're going to tie it into the other Spider-Man projects. Into the Spider-Verse, in my opinion, was the best. To me, Into the Spider-Verse is my second favorite Spider-Man film, just behind Spider-Man 2. I still think Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man film. It is the movie I've rewatched the most in my life, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, I love him. I love that Spider-Man 2 movie, but yeah. Tom was great. Also, let me drink some water. Let me drink some water. Gatorade's good, but sometimes you gotta drink some water. So yeah. By the way, sorry about that. If any one of you ever want to start a YouTube channel, and it revolves around commentary or something that involves you talking a lot, just a word of advice: drink some water before you make a video, whether it's pre-recorded, especially if you're streaming. Especially if you're streaming and you're planning on not having guests. Sorry about that. But if you're planning on like streaming or talking for long periods of times, big advice: drink some water. Typically in my videos, I'll drink a lot of water prior, energize myself, maybe do a few jumping jacks, a few push-ups, energize myself, and then I start my video. That way I can try getting my best reaction I can to any one of my videos, unless I already have energy. But I do drink a lot of water prior, because which leads to me ending up needing to pee after the video a lot. But Yeah. Tom was gonna take out Goblin White like Walmart, Captain America, and Falcon and Winter Soldier did terrorists. Yeah, he almost did. By the way, I love that scene. I love that scene in Falcon and Winter Soldier where he's like, and for the first time, a hero in the MCU cold-bloodedly murdered someone. Now, look, he did kill a terrorist. He did kill a terrorist. He killed a guy who murdered, who also murdered. But Captain America, he typically will only kill if he had to, or Iron Man too. All these characters typically they only kill if they have to. And to see someone who wants to be a hero so badly cold-bloodedly murder someone in public, that is crazy. That was crazy. But Peter was about to do it too. I also love that line. Peter 1. Okay, you're Peter 1, Peter 2, and then Andrew Garfield like Peter 3. Like, of course I'm Peter 3. I love how meta this movie was. Also that line with Jamie Foxx's Electro. What was it? He was like, I was really, you're from Queens, you're helping out the poor. I really thought you were gonna be black. I love how Andrew's like, sorry to disappoint. That's cool. There probably is another Spider. There's probably a black Spider-Man somewhere out there, and obviously that's hinting to Miles. That's clearly being like, yeah, Miles. There's Miles Morales. Obviously black Spider-Man, and I love that. I love Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was really just being Jamie Foxx. I love that. I know some people didn't like that because they really wanted, typically people want actors to portray like character. Man, I gotta move my leg. Oh my god, I've been sitting on this thing for quite some time. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I need to stretch a little bit because I've been sitting for a long time. But I do love Electro in this movie. I love how he was just, I don't need fixing. I don't need fixing. I want to be powerful because it does remind you that, before he was Electro, he was just this nerdy guy who was being pushed by everyone. He had to come over. By the way, they never answer. They just kind of say, "Oh, he's more powerful in this universe." But I don't really care. That to me is very irrelevant. But they didn't bring back his comb over. He didn't have a wait. Did he have a gap on his teeth? Probably didn't. I don't even remember if Jamie Foxx does actually have a gap in his teeth. Probably not. I don't know, but I love seeing that. I love seeing that so much. But yeah, I love Jamie Foxx in this film. Gatorade sponsor me, you cheap sons of B words. Oh yeah, that's for the people out there. That's a John Campbell reference. He'll often like grab a Zevia in the middle of a video and then just be like, "Sponsor me, you cheap sons of B words." Yeah. By the way, I've yet to still try Zevia. I've yet to try Zevia. I know the reason why he drank it is because what was it? It's a much healthier option than diet sodas, and I think he said something like to him drinking water doesn't feel like snacking, and so he has Zevia to make it feel like he's snacking. Because I don't remember, but it is. Hey, look, I always say this. I always try to avoid sodas as much as I can. I mean, look, Gatorade isn't all that great to it. It has a lot of fat too, or a lot of sugar. But try to avoid it. Try to avoid soda. Try avoiding soda. I mean, you can have soda. Maybe once every 2 days. Kind of try lowering, but I do try to prevent myself from drinking soda because soda is pretty bad. But yeah. The cartoon 80s. Oh, okay. So that's what you're mentioning. Yeah, they did have Uncle Ben. Typically, most Spider-Man media, whether it's the Mcguire movies, whether it's the original comics, whether it's the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield movies, they all typically have Uncle Ben. So it is crazy to see Holland's Spider-Man not have Uncle. Even the PS4 game had Uncle Ben. But yeah, BK Dan says I don't need fixing. Yeah, Electro said that. Also, I was able to get the image, and we got ourselves this image. Man, that's such a wholesome image, man. Seeing all three of them hug, I love you guys. I love that, man. This image is real. This ain't Photoshop. And it's crazy to think that this is now a reality. This is now a freaking reality. Checking my Twitter right now. Hold up. I actually invited this other YouTuber. Like I sent him a link to the stream, like to join. He just told me that he's not going to be able to because New Year's. Yeah, so sorry guys. I just had to check that. Powerful image, not just wholesome. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, it was a powerful image. I love that, man. And also that song at the end, I think it's called 3 is the magic number. What it is the magic number. I love that song. I did put it in my playlist. It was funny hearing the song. You see all the multiple Spider-Man in the credits. I love that. Also, post credits. Finally, I forgot to mention post credits. Let me bring up post credits. Venom shows up in the first post credit. Venom shows up, and you know, I love seeing Venom. You guys know how much I love Venom. Let There Be Carnage. I think that's such a great film. And I love how in the movie Venom. I love how in I will say I was disappointed we didn't get to see more of Venom because Venom quickly shows up and then goes back to his universe, but he does leave a piece of the symbiote. But I do love the line. It's like, oh, and you thought Lethal Protector was a shit name. I love that line. I was laughing so hard. He's still on that Lethal Protector thing, and I love how he's kind of investigating. It's like, wait, so this is a universe that had a purple man with rocks kill half of the universe, committing a massive genocide. Not only that, but there's also a giant green guy named Hulk, which then led to, oh, he thought Lethal Protector was a shit name. I love that. BK Dan says, Venom south of the border. Heck yeah, man. I love this movie. Also, I should probably put instead of at Multiverse of Movies, I should probably put at Isaac the Film Geek. Just people want to contact me on Twitter or Instagram. And then the other post credit was Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Dude, I thought that teaser was pretty cool. I love, what? Everyone was freaking out of Doctor Strange Supreme or the what if Doctor Strange that shows up in the trailer. And everyone thinks now he's the villain. I'm going to say this right now. I don't think that's the villain. I believe the villain is going to be Wanda, but they're misdirecting us in the trailer. I think they're misdirecting. They're kind of trying to be like, Wanda's secretly the villain. But we're not going to tell you. We ain't going to tell you. But also my headphone fell out. Also, I ordered this hoodie because it was on sale at Hot Topic and the Hot Topic website. And I ordered this hoodie and I wanted to wear it for my No Way Home, opening day. And it just didn't get here on time. And so I ended up having to go for my third screening, which was I think it was on Christmas Eve. I think when I got home from work on Christmas Eve, I went to go watch it for my third time. I might watch it a fourth time on Sunday. I might. But yeah, it's this movie. Oh man, I love this movie. I don't think it's the best movie of the year. Also, by the way, let me actually put this up on screen. Let me see if I can get it up on screen. I want to put it on screen because I just remember there is a recording. Also, by the way, if you guys are wondering why I keep looking there, it's because my phone gets the comments before here on StreamYard. Before StreamYard gets the comments, so I'm like reading the comments early right there. So sorry about that, but it says, Big Dan says, did like Doctor Strange. Wanda will die in Doctor Strange 2, at least according to comics. Yeah, the whole House of M storyline. I actually think we are going to see the Illuminati, the multiverse Illuminati. I think we're going to see Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier return. I think there's a possibility of that. I don't know who else we were going to see, but I do genuinely believe that we're going to see them, have to discuss, we got to kill Wanda. Wanda's cannot be contained because there was a synopsis that came out that said Wanda is the strongest Avenger. But yeah, let me see if I can pull it up here on the channel. There we go. Okay, so I can't pull it up. Let me screen record. Share screen. Tabs. There we go. Now, are we in frame? which is the best frame to have. You guys probably heard that. That was a loud. That was a loud. What was I even saying? I don't even remember what I'm saying. But here's the screen. You can see right there. My stream is right there. But I just uploaded my top 10 best movies of the year here on my channel. It's, to me, my personal ranking of all the movies that came out this year. So if anyone wants to go check that out after I'm done with streaming, we do have a video there where I rank all the movies. Some people did ask me for what, because a lot of YouTubers, Jeremy Johns, John Campia, 3C Films, a lot of people like having a top 10 best movies and a top 10 worst movies, list. I'm not going to do a top 10 worst. Last year I did do, actually, you know what? Let's see if I can find that. Let's see if I can find the ones I did last year. Date added oldest. These are like my first videos. I actually deleted my first video, which was a Sonic video. So this Hobbs and Shaw video is actually my first video. By the way, I hate my old videos. They just suck. They suck. This Venom review, Black Panther, The Office, Hobbs and Shaw, How I Met Your Mother. Then eventually I started getting into movie news, which was what to expect of DC fandom, Batman. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to do something real quick. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. All right, sorry guys, I'm back. Oh man, by the way, I need to stop sitting on this couch, but I just had to check something real quick. Sorry guys. And Biki didn't even kept count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're late. Yeah, I promised 10 seconds. You know what, guys? I'm so sorry. All of you guys unsubscribe right now. Report me because I didn't fulfill my promise. But sorry, I had to check something real quick. What was? Oh, okay. Let me get into. So I tend to review Pattinson. A lot of. Oh, I hate how I made some like videos that were on rumors that were clearly fake. Like back then, I used to just do rumors on everything, just because that would get you views. Now I'm just more like, hey, if something's confirmed, or either it's a very very heavy rumor that's talked about everywhere, I'll make a video on it. But I remember I used to like Christian Bale back for Flash movie, or Joaquin Phoenix returning for Joker 2 and 3. James Gunn reveals Kevin Feige wasn't, although that was real. But this video aged well. Fast and Furious 9 going into space. Also, oh my god, this video performed badly. Will the Snyder Cut be good? It only got 8 views, and that was over a year ago. Dwayne Johnson endorses. Oh my god, I found my first Jamie Foxx video. Oh, there it is. 1 year ago. This was the first day that the news. Oh, no music. Oh my god, I don't want to get copyrighted. I can't get copyrighted. Now in my own video. This was my first video ever. This is my first video ever on the whole Tobey Mcguire stuff. October 1st, 2020. God dang, it's been that long. This was also my, actually, let me play one my intro. This was one of my first few intros. I remember I kept changing intros, but this was the first time. Spider-Man 3, Insane News, Jamie Foxx returning as Electro, and it premiered October 1st, 2021. Here, you can see it. October 1st, 2021. God dang. It's been that long. Hey guys, before we start this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button as I upload daily film talk content.
My audio was pretty good.
Movie reviews, movie news, everything movie related. If you can tell in that you heard me struggle when I said movie news, it's like I should have redone that. I should have re-edited that. But hey, hold up, let me check my phone. Hold up. Sorry, guys. I had to check. I had to check. Cool. Will probably check you out best. Check your best. Oh, you mean the video of tomorrow or Sunday? Hey, man, that's cool. Thank you for supporting the content, man. It always means so much. Let me actually. Sorry, guys. I had to check something real quick. Darn, you've gotten better. I guess I have. I don't make good content, so it's not like I improved all that much. But I did. This was like an old mic I used to have, and I'll admit I've not seen my old videos in quite some time. So to hear my audio, I was expecting it to be worse, but it actually sounds pretty good.
So if you're someone that loves movies as much as me, because I talk a lot about movies,
Okay,
I suggest you.
I want to give a word of advice to any up and coming YouTubers who are people who want to start a YouTube channel. Don't do what I used to do. I used to literally make my intros 30 seconds long and like quickly saying, subscribe to me, smash the like button. I learned throughout the years that that's not a good decision because people get annoyed when your intro's long. Like in my videos now, I have like a quick intro. It's this one. Yeah, there we go. I just have a quick intro. So my little word of advice to anyone out there, when you get an intro, I make an intro just to kind of quickly remind people who I am, what my channel is, and kind of have that slogan be put up in the front, you know, a channel for all movie fans and all that. But that's what, look how long, 15 seconds in, and this is still on the screen. Learn from me, everyone. Learn from me.
You hit that subscribe button. With that being said, let's get into the video.
This was the intro. There it is. Took 25 seconds to get to the video. That is not good. In my videos, I've learned that 5-second intro, and then you quickly get into the topic. Also, I love the image I put. Back then, I used to rarely make face cam videos. Just because of how nervous I was. And even BK Dan mentions that the mic isn't that the difference. It's the fact you sound more confident. Yeah, I noticed. And like, if you go watch my old videos, I just sounded nervous. I did have a different mic. It was the $60 mic. What was it called? It was a Samsung. It wasn't called Samsung. It's called Samsung. It's kind of like this off-brand. I don't know what it is. And I did change it for this Blue Yeti, which is down here. Let me actually show you. This is exactly what it looks like. And I actually love this microphone. I love the microphone. And yeah, I guess I will say throughout the times, because I used to never do face cam videos. In fact, it was so rare I did a face cam video that it literally, I remember I had some people asking me how I looked like, because back then I used to have like 80 subscribers or 90 subscribers. And I remember I had a couple of people tell me, you know, what do you look like? And I would be like, oh, I made a video with my face cam. I just don't do it as often. And then throughout the time, you get more confident. Because I have anxiety. I'm a very nervous person. I'm just not very confident. And when you're starting off on YouTube like me, I was easily nervous. Now I am more confident. My content's still not very good, but at least I sound good, or at least sound more better.
Breaking news: Jamie Foxx is in talks to reprise his role as Electro in the third Spider-Man film. So this report comes from The Hollywood Reporter.
I will say, you can't tell on the mic that the P's, what was it called? The mic I had back then, the pop filter wasn't very good. I don't have a pop filter now, but the Blue Yeti mic does a better job at not catching those P's. You know, back in this one, it sounds kind of like you're disrupting it when you use P's. And this mic, you don't really have that issue unless you're like really close to the mic. I didn't want to yell for you guys because I know some of y'all probably wearing headphones, but yeah, this is my old video.
And they go on to say the next
and this is also back when my channel used to be called Isaac the Film Geek.
Spider-Man movie is getting a major jolt. Jamie Foxx, who played classic Spidey villain Electro in The Amazing Garfield starring The Amazing Spider-Man 2, is in final talks.
Just to kind of give you guys a little behind the scenes. Back then, or I still do this, but I used to have like so in my videos, you probably can't tell, but there's like this book on, I don't have it right now because on streams, I don't really do that. but I have this book, this notebook, and I'll write down things to remind myself, bring this point up, bring this, bring that. And I still have that. But back then, I used to like, since I wouldn't record with the camera, I would have like the book right in front of me and just be like, Spider-Man shows up and Jamie Foxx gets punched in the face. I used to be like that, but I kind of learned to put it on the side. Just kind of put it. What I did is I started making my notes shorter because I'll admit I don't like reading. Because when I read things with lots of words, I start skipping sentences by accident. And in my videos, what I learned is just write some quick notes. You don't need that much stuff to, and I do try to research some stuff, write some stuff out, and then put it like I'll have like the book off. Actually, I probably could find a video where you can see that. I don't know, but it had 27 views, 4 likes. That's cool. But I remember I used to just have the book right in front of me, and there were so many words. So I would like struggle. I'd say things like, "Oh, Jamie Foxx is casted in new Spider-Man movie," and now I'm more like, "Hey, just Jamie Foxx casted a new Spider-Man movie." Just it helps, but scripted out. In my first few videos, it was scripted, where I did have full-on things where I was basically kind of repeating. But then throughout time, I was like, write less and less and less. It's less stressful, less energy, and it helps me sound like I'm actually trying to talk to you in my videos rather than just me sounding like I'm reading something off a book. But yeah.
Reprise's role
I want to see
for the
what my
latest
outro
Spider-Man
like.
installment.
There we go. There's my outro.
Fox is a smart idea. Could it be introducing the
Let's
multiverse?
see.
Well, just let me
I
know
also
what
used to make my videos quickly because they were rendered quickly. That's how lazy I used to be. Now my videos are, nowadays, lots of my videos are no longer less than 10 minutes. And that's because I start rambling on a lot more now. Back then, I used to just try to do it as quick as possible. But let me see my
your thoughts
outro.
on this are. So thank you guys for watching and peace.
The outro. Although it's not much, but still. What was I looking? Oh, then here's more. Here's more. Jamie Foxx confirms multiverse in the MCU. You have an image of Quicksilver because this was during the WandaVision stuff. Or no, this wasn't during WandaVision. This was when there's rumors that he would be in WandaVision. Then you got Andrew Garfield back there. Godzilla Skull, huge update. Disney Plus screws subscribers. This video didn't age very well. Robert Pattinson refuses to work out during quarantine. Wait, why is my episode 9? Wait, where's my other spoiler discussions for WandaVision? Huh. They aren't showing up. Wait, did I only ever do one? Because it says 9. Oh, no, wrong time. Look, this says 9 months and then this says a year. It's weird. But Tobey Mcguire and Andrew Garfield confirmed for Spider-Man. How Marvel Studios should set up a live-action Spideyverse. This one didn't age well. Breaking Miles Morales. Cast for Marvel's Spider-Man. Space Jam 2 right here. First look, Marvel's officials. Man, I hate this. I hate this video right here. First look, official. It's obviously a fake video. Fake. I'm not going to put the video, but it's just me commenting over rumors. That says first look, Marvel's official Spider-Man 3 2021. Tobey Maguire leaked Spider-Verse MCU news. BK Dan also comments, what did it say? Gotta go. Good chatting about No Way Home later. Thank you, BK Dan. It always means a lot to have your support here on the channel, man. It's always awesome to have you here. And have a good New Year's. Stay safe, stay smart. I hope everyone, stay safe New Year's, because in New Year's, when you're coming back from New Year's parties, a lot of people are drinking and driving. So just be very careful out there, and hope you have a great New Year's. And thank you for stopping by and talking some Spider-Man No Way Home, which is a movie we've all been wanting to see so badly all year. But yeah. So there's some other videos. Tom on leaks Spider-Man 3 script and reveals Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That's probably what it said. Ned from Spider-Man, massive weight loss. I actually wonder if anyone commented on that video. Oh, I hate that intro. I hate that intro so much. I hate that intro. But yeah, I had a top 5 back then. Coded live action Spider-Man Spider-Verse beat Endgame in the box office. Nora fan reacts to Alfred. Hold up. I'm actually going to go look at the fireworks. Wait, hold up. Give me a minute, guys. It sounds like fireworks are close by. Sorry, guys. It sounded like there were some fireworks really close. Like, it sounded way too close. It sounded like there were some fireworks. Like it's kind of. It sounded like no. It doesn't sound like fireworks. What did I mean to say? It sounds like those pop things. What are they called? There's like these pop things that you throw to the ground, and you'll hear like pop, pop, pop. It sounded like they were just like right here, but I don't know. Anyways, Disney Investor Day breakdown, Star Wars. Oh my god, I remember this video. iCarly returning. Wonder Woman 1984 was a disappointment. Reviews outstanding. Wait a minute, my Wonder Woman 84. Oh, my Wonder Woman 84 review. I mean, I was late to this review. That's such short hair back then. That's such short hair back then. Wow. It's so well executed. Oh my god, my hair was
loved by
short.
Did a
Probably looked better back then. Yeah, look at our two side-by-side comparisons. Oh, and here's my Zack Snyder Justice League shirt. This is back when I used to use the webcam on my computer. Now I use like this specific Logitech HD 180p camera. It's obviously much better. But yeah. Where was I? But anyways, I'm gonna move on from that. Let's see what else. Let me see if there's any other YouTubers streaming right now. Also, wait, Mike. Oh, Max is streaming. Let's actually check out his stream.
If you shop on Amazon,
Let's actually snipe him. Let's see.
Actually didn't know still.
Let's see.
Craven's Last Hunt with Toby and Raimi, please.
Well, Craven's been cast, so they
Let's
could
see
do something.
what-
Oh, yeah, it's Craven having his own movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has been
I
cast.
just told them what's up, Max and everyone.
Millennial SZ.
So I'm a Max
What's
stream.
good, folks? Love from the UK.
It's already New Year's there.
Yeah. Have a good New Year, Dark Millennial SZ. The CJH says it's very clear Morbius is set in the Andrew Garfield universe. Is that very clear? I don't know about that.
We'll see.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna join a stream.
The same universe as
I'm
Venom.
gonna join a stream.
Well, because
I'm gonna join a stream. This video, I'm gonna end the stream off. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great New Year's. Thank you guys for checking No Way Home. And if you're catching the live replay, join the membership program. Subscribe if you're new. And thank you guys. And comment down below. What did you think about No Way Home and spoiler details? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.